Welcome back to Let's Play Endless Space 2, Series 10, Episode number 64. I'm JC Proton. We are picking up at turn 102, and we're playing a standard faction of the United Empire on Endless difficulty in a normal speed game. In this episode, we are going to be continuing our advance into the Craver territory. In fact, I think what I would like to do, Cravers have a total of 5 star systems still under their control. I have attacks going on 2 of them. I want to just go ahead and move my fleets up and go ahead and get all of them under guard and ground attacks in progress on all 5 of their remaining star systems. We're going to have fleet battles at DF-21 and at DE-2. A couple of nice size little fleet battles going on there. And we're going to also fight, there's a little fleet over here at DG-3. So, yeah, we'll take out those fleets. We'll go ahead and hit this civilian ship here real quick. And that should get us some nice progress going here. Other things we're going to do, obviously, we'll check the messages. We'll look at the market. We are not going to build the trade subsidiary here at DD3 yet because it's still doing a system upgrade right now. I was looking through my heroes, and this senator here, he does not have clerical corrections. You see here, he has Titan of Industry, which is a very good ability. Don't get me wrong. He's adding like 8.5% industry on every system in our galaxy, which is a really great ability. But I think clerical corrections might be more valuable. So I kind of feel like I have the wrong industrialist leader as our senator. So we have a couple of other industrialist type party leaders. We have Governor Jabal, who is a primitive and an overseer, which is a really good one. And we also have Governor Risto Libera, which is the Craver one. So in choosing, I think I want to choose a new senator. His abilities are increased defending troop health on systems, which is pretty lame. Not gonna lie, that one's pretty lame. I could go with this one, the depletion. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that move. That's gonna be a level up that's about to happen. I'll have to make that decision. Start doing depletion maybe. I think that might be a thing that's gonna happen. So I think Jabal. I think Governor Jabal, wherever he is. Misclicked. AJ. Okay, so let's inspect him. So as a primitive, his ability is +1 industry on every population, on every population on your planet. So it's not as good as what some others might be, but at least he has clerical corrections, and so that will be helpful in increasing our deposit value. So I think that's what I want to do. Is I want to get him to be the senator, which means I need to make sure that I have all of the Senate options chosen. So I need personal networking chosen, and I need clerical corrections, probably 2 points in there, and I'm going to want to put 2 points in conscription genius as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think since this one's the most impactful, since this one on Senate, it doesn't make a difference. It's like 1 point or 2 points is the same thing. It's the same effect. So I'm going to do this one because that's an empire-wide bonus. And we'll see. And then the next point he gets is probably going to go in conscription genius. And we'll see if we can get, by putting 2 points here, 2 points here, 1 point here, we'll see if we can get him to become the senator. Right now, he is not. Right now, it's still going to be this guy here. So part of this is who gets to be your senator, is who's higher level, but it's also who has more points into senator skills. So right now he has no points in this senator skill, no points in this senator skill. He has only this 1 point in the senator skill. So he's higher level, but he only has 1 senator point skill, versus Jabal is level 15 and the other guy is 17. But Jabal has 1, 2 senator skills, and as soon as he levels up, we'll get a 3rd one, and then we'll just keep popping senator points, skill points into him, and hopefully he'll become the senator. And we also have another hero coming. We're 88% of the way, so you know, who knows? Maybe we'll get another overseer type hero that we want to use as a governor or as a senator. I kind of want to review. Kind of want to just real quick check to see if there's any.
The families will do what is best for the families.
All right, so they're being sneaky with me. He wants a truce. Yeah, he wants a truce. All right, we'll do the whole disingenuous truce acceptance thing, where we accept it and then declare war on them again.
They doubt the purity of your motives. The Protectorate has a proposal for you.
They want us to give them all of this, all of these technologies, and they pay us 5,000 dust and license. Yeah, that's a hard no.
No, we aren't to be trusted.
Oh, they're getting sneaky. Yep, yep. So I'm forming a plan here. I think what I'm going to do, I could, I think it's getting to be pretty clear that I have enough. I think I have enough military. I don't really need to build more military. I'm going to do a bunch of sell me ships. I think I'm going to go ahead and put a fleet together and head from Bundus. I'm going to go ahead and camp a fleet out at Polaris and get ready to attack the Lumeris. I'm going to bring a fleet down to the Riftborn home system at Dorado. We're going to finish taking down the Cravers, and then I'm going to use my fast fleet hero to come down here, and I'm going to do the same thing at the Vodyani capital here. My plan is I'm just going to capture all 3 of those capitals, and I guess I'm going to maybe go for the supremacy victory. I could wrap that up in a few turns, probably something like 5 to 10 turns. Especially if I'm able to, after capturing those capitals, if I can make join the alliance over here of the chorus of aligned sentience. If I can join this alliance of 3, then I only have to take down these 4 capitals. So I can capture these 4 capitals and then join their alliance and then win the game. Alternatively, I'll just capture those 3 factions capitals as well. I could just capture everything on the entire map, but that will take the rest of the year at least. It'll take months for sure. So I think I'd rather get started on a new Let's Play instead of drag this one out for months. More months. All right, so yeah, man, let's do a fight down here at DE. These guys are undamaged. So I could take them on with a smallish kind of fleet. I could attack them full force, actually, and they'll just retreat. And they'll go somewhere, and then I'll chase them down. Or I could try to engage them with a smaller subset of my fleet and thereby actually get them to fight me and then destroy them. So we're at 78,000 attack, 28,000 defense, and 164,000 hit points. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 size 3 ships, 8 medium ships. They only have 9,000 attack, 5,500 defense, 62,000 hit points. So I can come at them with a pretty small fleet and probably still smoke them. Like, we could take out all of these attackers. probably take out the battleship too. The battleship alone is 42,000 attack. So just those 4 ships is still 23,000 attack power. That's pretty darn strong. Yeah, we'll just smash them. And we'll go full reserves. I don't think they're going to stick around and fight, but if they do, they'll be regretting it. 4 there. 3 here. That looks pretty good. Super overwhelming. I'm sure they'll retreat. Alright, and they did decide to retreat, and they're heading down this way. Okay. Alright, this fight here, these guys are already damaged. We'll engage. It's going to be very important to save my action point on all of these fights because we're going to be moving fleets all over the place. We might have multiple fleet engagements. So it actually does make sense to go ahead and be as conservative as possible. Let's see, they can be in all 3 lanes, so we're going to just occupy 2 lanes. I mean, we could do a 6-pack. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could do a 6-pack in the top lane. We might take some casualties in that way, but yeah, that works. Yeah, we'll give it a try. We'll see how it goes. I think they'll probably retreat. So they retreated and were destroyed. They retreated, were destroyed, and we still got experience, and we didn't even lose any manpower on our fleet then. So that's really the most efficient way to do the fighting, is to get them to retreat. That way you don't lose any manpower on it. So yeah, okay. Not proud, but I guess I'll take it. I guess you could say forcing the retreats is the meta, right? Most efficient tactic available. So that's a pretty efficient way of doing it. Okay, so we've got these 2 beaten down. There's a fight down here at DG. It's 2 butchers, and they are already damaged. We have a fleet in place, so we're just going to go ahead and stomp them. Full reserves. See, they can only be in the top 2 lanes, so we'll move our fleets to the top 2 lanes. Actually, we'll just move everything in 1 lane. That'll be fine. Changed my mind again, but that's fine. And he's retreating, I guess. Retreated and were destroyed. 34 experience gained. Alright, so we've cleared these guys out from here. Honestly, this fleet that's down here in DG3 could finish these guys off. I'd like to get that experience on my hero. Well, you know what we need to do? We need to move all our fleets. Alright, let's do that. Let's move all the fleets. Alright, let's see here. We can move some stuff here. That protector can stay and everybody else here can go ahead and move up here to DB. And then that one protector that's there can come up here to DE2 and guard. And that frees this fleet up to move. Alright, what is the movement speed on these guys? It's 6, right? So if one of these guys was to move this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 moves. Okay, so this fleet definitely, it's moved 1, and it's about 5.5 moves to get to here. So that fleet will definitely be able to get here. It's going to end up here next turn. So that's good to know. Alright, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to move some forces up to DD3 and some forces from DD3 up to DH2 and then something from DH2 up here to Deneb to help reinforce this attack, because this fleet is really low on manpower, and at least the fleet at DH2 has another 1100 manpower, so that would be good. Is there anything here that can even reach? Nope. Alright, so I'll have to figure out what it is I can move. Can that flak reach there? Nope. So the flak is going to stay. So we can take these 3 and come up here. Stuff that has 2 movement left cannot make it to Deneb. So the 2 movement things is there's a hunter, a flak, a protector, and an attacker. Okay, that's a nice little fleet right there. Okay, we'll just merge them. We'll have them guard. They'll take over guarding DH2 and the fleet that's already sitting at DH2. We'll go ahead and fly them up to Deneb. And we'll just merge them all up. Alright, so Deneb has a total of 725 defenders. If we don't do any attacking, they'll lose 36 from siege value. Oh, we gotta fight. Let's fight. All right. We will do full reserves and save our action point. And he can only be in 1 lane. Oh yeah. He's surely going to retreat because we have him totally outgunned by a mile. Yep, he's running away. Alright, and so now we can attack, do a ground battle, and we have 1,300 troops. Let's do it. Alright, I would say let's do a swarm assault. Let's go full effect. We might not get it this turn, but we'll try. We'll do our biggest, hardest attack. Costs us the most manpower, but that's okay. That always cracks me up how those particular kinds of planes just, they fly off the screen and they don't come back. They're like, we're out of here. Okay, that was a good attack. Let's see, there are only 70 defenders left, so pretty good. And we'll go ahead and pull our manpower back up onto our fleets. Right now we have 0 manpower on the fleet. We'll retreat. Destroyed 4 improvements. They did a protect system. That's nice of them. Alright. No curiosity created. But it did make, well, it made a curiosity, but it did not make anything that can be explored. Is what I mean. Alright, so we're making good progress. We'll be able to finish off the Neb next turn. And I can probably take the fleet that is the most depleted on manpower. So, ooh, those guys are elite. Let's see, manpower 107. Yeah, those guys are 107 of 120, so those guys didn't lose very much manpower at all. So it's interesting, when you pull the manpower back, it just evenly spreads it across your fleet. Alright, well I'm going to take these. So they're all the same. There's no point in moving them then. Alright, I guess I'll leave them there. Okay, so this hero could bring a fleet all the way to Zosmanos. In fact, he could get actually all the way up to Miragashi. So he could bring an attack on the Craver home system. In fact, we should probably finish the attack at Zosmanos first, because we might end up bringing these fleets up. 64,000 attack, yeah, that's a pretty heavy fleet. And they can make it to Miragashi on their own. In which case, we would use this hero to bring fleet to Antares and probably Bria. Alright, so let's finish conquering Zosmanos first. Alright, we'll do swarm assault. Not pulling any punches. They're drafting to defend. Makes sense, they're low on troops. Victory is mine! Alright, we will definitely take that system. Zosmanos is ours. Ha ha ha. Alright. 4 planets. Only the gas planet is not depleted yet. Does not look like we have things maxed out. No, not there. And let's take a look at the system development here. Alright, Patriot pills can go. The rest of it looks good. We can stay. Do some system improvements. Oh, this one's also not depleted yet. Self-mining NPO, and then that's hot, that's hot, that's hot. Geo-industrial. That one's definitely going geo-industrial. Geo-industrial. Strong magnetic field. Oof. Yeah. Alright, we will get this set up off camera. Let's see, how are we naming this thing? DI31 looks like. Make sure I get back to that and not forget about it. Okay, we've got fleet from here. They can fly to Bria and Miragashi on their own, no problem. Alright, so how much do I need to bring to Bria? And how much do I need to bring to Miragashi? See, this is at 26. These guys, I can just leave a token defense. I can just leave one attacker there. Let's see what we have. 2 hunters, 2 flax, a protector, and some attackers, right? Okay, so let's bring let's bring the big fleet. Right, let's bring a battleship along with us. So battleship, 2 hunters, 2 flax, and a couple of attackers and a protector. All right, let's go ahead and attack the Craver home system, Miragashi, with a nice big fleet. Surely he's going to pop something out for me. Perhaps not. All right, let's go ahead and do a ground attack. 2,500 defenders. Yeah, that was the fight at DI31. Here we go, swarm assault. We have plenty of manpower. We have over 2,000 on the fleet. right. Retreat. Apocalyptic landscape. +3 science and -3 food. Ooh. He can make it all the way to there, huh? All right, in Bria, we're guarding. And we'll do a ground attack. A lot of reserves, man. Look at that. Swarm assault. Yeah, we have 3,000 troops on that fleet. That's a lot of manpower. And they're doing a protect system. Looking good here at Bria. Let's pull our troops off the system. And no curiosity. Well, nothing explorable anyway. And this fleet, I think we're going to leave some here at Marigashi and bring some over to Antares, or maybe we're going to move up. Yeah, I think at DI we can leave a defense force. We'll bring up a little bit here. And then we'll leave some behind out of this fleet. I think we'll bring this fleet over to Antares, but we're only going to bring like maybe like 2 hunters, 2 flaks. Like I think we can leave. Let's leave the battleship here at Marigashi, and we can leave some of the smaller ships as well. Okay, and this guy's going to come over here to Antares. Alright, and let's guard. Oops, I meant guard, but I ended up attacking. That works too. That was going to be the next click anyhow. Okay, so they have 1,000 defenders. We could do a swarm assault, or we could just go preemptive bombing. They're drafting. Conscripting civilian populations into the military to fight. Okay, how are we doing from manpower? Oh yeah, we have none. Let's pull them off the planet. All right, so at this point, there are 565 defenders. We have manpower of 700. The hero, let's pull the hero off the fleet. He has 15 movement left. All right, let's spend 3 movement to come over here to DI. Let's grab some more fleet. I guess he wants to fight. Let's go back and fight some more. All right, you want to throw down? Let's throw down, man. He's gonna regret that he brought that ship out. It's a goner. Full reserves. And it's overwhelming again. So he'll probably retreat and be destroyed. It'll be interesting to see if we get any experience or not this time. Let's look and see. Okay, he's gone. He failed to retreat, was destroyed, and no experience this time. Interesting. All right, so now that hero has 10 movement left. You see what I'm thinking? All right. If I leave a little token defender here, and join up with these, can I make it here? Yes, I can. It's a pretty small amount of fleet. Let's see, what is that? That's 2 flax and a hunter, a protector, and 4 attackers. It is a minimal fleet. It'll be a good fight, though. It's still 22,000 attack, 15,000 defense, and 80,000 hit points. So compared against that fleet, we're way stronger. So it should be totally fine. So I'll leave that 1 ship behind guarding. He'll come up here. Guarding. I'll bring 1 more attacker up here. Cool, that looks pretty good. Okay, so the fleet that retreated is going to be engaged by Admiral Turlemaz, or whatever he's called. Admiral TZ. Not even going to try to pronounce that. Bria is under attack. It has 375 defenders. Antares is under attack. It has 565 defenders. Miragashi, Craver Homeworld, is under attack. It has 550 defenders. And Deneb is under attack, and it has 70 defenders. Okay. We'll just merge these fleets all together here. Well, not the patrol. Okay. We've definitely got the Cravers. They're not just on their back foot. Now they're down on their knees. We've got them where we want them right now. And so we'll probably wipe the Cravers out completely in the next 1, maybe 2 turns. Okay, that's definitely going well. And it definitely looks like our incoming siege ships are going to miss the war. Or at least this one. Too slow. All right, so let's talk to the Cravers here. So they want a truce. So I think we're going to try to do the disingenuous truce thing. So they want to give us 9,000 dust for a truce. Okay. Are they no longer offering it? This negotiated contract is no longer valid. He is reneging on his offer. Okay, that's fine. I no longer have the option to accept it. That's fine. I was just going to accept it and then declare war all over again anyway, immediately. All right, let's look through our heroes. Ooh, that's right. I'm gonna hold off on I'm gonna hold off on that for now. Let's see. She's ecologist. Dominic Havinen. Dmitry Lenko. Governor Jabal. Okay, yeah. Governor Jabal is the one we're trying to get him to become our senator. So we're going to be using senator skills on him. We did this one this time. We'll do conscription genius next time, and we'll just keep pumping points into he has a total of 5 points you can put into senator skills, and we'll see if we can get him to become the senator so that we can have clerical corrections on both of our senators. Then we want to have this on both. Right now oh, look, it is. He's now the senator. See that? Senator. Yay, it totally worked. Excellent. Okay, so now we should have higher deposit value on our resources, strategic and luxury. Let's take a look and see what our numbers look like. We're up to 81 titanium, 80 hyperium, 68 adamantium, 69 antimatter, 281 42 orichalcics, and 39 quaternics per turn. Red Sang's at 225. Voidstone's at 155. Benthic Gems is at 53 almost, and Virtual Artifacts is 77. So yeah, definitely feeling the need to build a trade company headquarters here at DD3 and at Miragashi, and we will we're going to do that one at a time. We're going to first dismantle the one here at CB, and then probably dismantle the one at CE, because I think these three trade headquarters trade routes is going to follow the CE path and then come over here and one at DD and one at Miragashi. So we're going to replace this one, and we're going to move them over here. I think that's the plan. Cool. All right, other shenanigans and tomfoolery that we can partake in is, let's move fleet over into the Lumeris space. Let's do it, man. Let's put a fleet together and go visit the Lumeris homeworld. Let's go visit their home system on a friendly diplomatic mission. Yeah, let's do that. Tell you what, let's have that fleet go, and we'll also have this fleet here go. And let's see, so these guys will get here in 3 turns, and he'll get there in 3 turns, and those siege ships can get there in 3 turns, and those siege ships can get there in 3 turns, and this siege fleet can get there in 2 turns. So we're going to wait to send them for 1 turn. We want our military fleets to arrive before the siege fleets do. And then probably off camera I'll form up some more fleet. But yeah, we're going to go introduce ourselves formally. And my plan is, after we finish the Cravers off, we'll take this fast hero. He'll pull a good fleet together, and then come down here to introduce, make formal introductions to the Vodjani. All right, so let's go ahead and see if we can put together a little diplomatic fleet as well to go visit the Riftborn home system. Let's see what we can do. Well, we know we have a hero here. That has the Bastion, a couple of hunters, a couple of flaks, a bunch of little ships. You know what? That'd be just fine, wouldn't it? Who better to introduce and represent us than Hadrilenko, right? Wasn't he previously Emperor-elect, right? Yeah, Emperor-elect. Formerly Emperor-elect Hadrilenko. Yeah, he can go represent us with the Riftborn. Yeah, we'll go introduce ourselves to them. You know, a personal introduction. Alright, and then I'll probably put together some fleets here and go ahead and move them up here to Zanes, Rukabat, and Alioth. Oh, what is this?
No, we aren't to be trusted.
How funny is that? Sure, we'll move our fleets out. but then he won't be able to say it again. So that fleet will be on the Riftborn home system in 4 turns. All right, and our fleets over here with the Lumeris will be on their home system in 3 turns. Unless they ask us to leave, which, you know, we might. Or we might not. The Cravers will probably be defeated in 3 turns, and we will assemble a fleet together and get a fleet en route towards the Vigyani. Yes, we have so much more fleet. I think we're done building military fleet at this point. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 more battleships we just built. Level 4 modernization. So that's going to be autonomous administration. Lots of military fleet, another autonomous administration, another autonomous administration. So 2 of those just completed. Make that 4 autonomous administration just completed. Level 3 modernizations are completing, so we're going to do some level 4 modernizations. Okay. So we're at a really good approval situation. So let's sort by the most unhappy systems. Okay. This one's a colony 2. And we'll make it into a 3. And this one is a 3. We'll make it into a 4. This DG3. We did the self-mining NPOs. Let's go ahead and get it going up to a 3. Do we still have resources left? Yeah, we can do another 3. We can do a level 2 to a 3. An outpost. All right, do I have any 2s left? This one, CP11 is a 2. I think it's fair to say that one's a little overdue, but I was doing it by approval, so it kind of makes sense. All right. I'm going to hold off on doing any upgrades here. We're at minus 7,000 dust. Our dust inflation is at times 6.76. Our military upkeep right now is 89.51, so about 9,000 on military upkeep. I'm going to update the build queues right now. I have, like, as you can tell, like a bazillion military ships under construction. And I haven't even pulled these ones out of the queue. You can see I have titanium storage ships, Hyperium, Orichalcix, Adamantium, Quadrinix. I have all kinds of stuff just resources squirreled away in these ship designs that I use just for queuing up things into the build queue so that it takes them out of this resource pile. So I have the adamantium storage, the antimatter storage, percalcic storage, quadranic storage. Actually, it's fun to watch them shoot. That's pretty crazy. So that's fun to do. And then I have, of course, the titanium and the hyperium as well. And yeah, that's just for getting stuff out of the queue if I need to. Yeah, other things to do. Let's take a peek at the marketplace. Let me see how much we got here. So this is turn 102. Let me add this up in my head here. So altogether, this is about 56,000 dust. So my cut of that is 25%. So I made about 16,000 dust off of taxes on the marketplace. I'll go ahead and do a little buying and selling here. Mostly just buying, I think. Let me see, luxuries. I could sell. I'm going to hold off on selling anything I don't need to. Okay, deciduous trees I have to sell. Because I'm producing 90 per turn. Yeah, so I'll be maxed out. So I need to do at least 100. They don't sell for much, but just so I'm not maxed out. Everything else can wait. We'll get a little dark glitter. And there's no need to buy red sand because we produce a lot. Actually, we're pretty low on red sand. We can actually buy some. That's cool. Okay, so altogether we bought these resources here. All just spending our influence. And I do want to queue this up because this is going to allow us to do the financial maneuver, the marketing manipulation. We don't have to do it immediately. Four turns, yeah. I think it'll be good. It'll be good. And I'm going to go through, I will launch the ships all out of the hangars, and I'll move all of my recently produced battle fleets. I'll do that off camera. And I'm going to switch over the production on all these systems that are building military ships. I'm going to switch them over to sell me ships. Let's see, do I have any of those? All right, I have to design a new one. Okay, so this Sell Me ship is actually a scout. Has a manpower of 45 on it. Costs 276 to build, and it increases scientist political party. And we'll build those, and we'll build them by the hundreds, possibly by the thousands. We'll build a huge number of them instead of military ships, and the plan will be we will queue those up and be building lots and lots of those, and then we will eventually sell them. Once we drive inflation up very high, they'll sell for a lot. So right now our dust inflation is 6.76 times. We're going to see that number go up. Probably at least double, hopefully. So that is a plan I'm going to execute here in a few turns. So I'm going to go ahead and start building the Sell Me ships. I think we've got enough military to accomplish victory in this game. I'm going to hop through the rest of these events here. We're growing a few populations here and there. Mostly in the C area. A little bit in A's, mostly B's and C's, looks like. And, oh, we lost a Galvaran. Well, you know, sometimes it can't be helped. Yeah, that system was loaded with Galvarans, so trying to say I guess I can't save them all, huh? I'll jump through the rest of my ships and see if there's anything noteworthy. Okay, got some fleets on the move here. Yeah, Riftborn's got some fleets on the move. And it looks like, yeah, Horatio has some ships. Those ones are really beat up. Looks like yeah, see there? Yeah, the Vodjani lost this system. Looks like Horatio took down the Iriur Arc. So Horatio has captured this system, and it looks like they had a call for invasion support out to their allies, because we see the Unfallen have a fleet inbound to Kerr. It looks like it's going to be arriving too late, but it's a decent fleet. 99,000 hit points, 11,000 attack, 15,000 defense. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And there's another fleet over here. Yeah, so Horatio's got some fleet going on, so that's interesting. I'm going ahead and moving fleets up into Riftborn territory. bring more fleet up here. But yeah, we're just going to start reinforcing these positions here. And we'll get a second line of defense built here in CJ, CI, CK. And we'll be building up our guard fleets at Aliath, Rukbot, and Zanes. And we'll be preparing to get the military activity going pretty soon here. Probably within the next couple of turns, we're going to start. Going to be starting the fight with the Riftborn and the Lumeris. So that's the next. That's the next step. We'll be finishing off the Cravers and starting the next phase. Oh yeah, I wanted to take a look at the Craver systems. I wanted to see what their system upgrades actually are. So they're using the deciduous trees for their level 2 modernization, and then their level 3 they're doing star system trade value. Okay, so it seems like they're using virtual artifacts, gossamer, and deciduous trees as their resources. Okay. Pretty weak, but you know, you always kind of have to go with whatever you have. It's not like you have a lot of options about it. And looking back at it, I'm looking at this the way I'm producing here. Is if I had gone with just 3 resources instead of 4, if I had gone with red sang at all 3 levels, this would have been 100 red sang. So one of each simultaneously, so that would have been 180. I'm producing enough that I could sustain that. And then if I was going with just void stone for 2 levels, then you know, that's pretty good. I'm basically at about 2. And then if I was going with just the benthic gems at the top level, then I'm basically at 2. So I'm basically at around, it would work just fine if you use your common luxury resource on all 3 levels, your uncommon luxury resource at the top 2 levels, and then your rare luxury resource deposits at your final level. It balances out pretty well. It's usually pretty close. So you can actually do really well with just three resources. Sometimes you'll be a little short on one or the other, and you'll be a little bottlenecked. But you can kind of juggle your heroes around to help with balancing out where you're short, or you can kind of play around with your trade routes where they're running to try to help even things out a little bit. I think that's about it for this turn. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you in the next one where we maybe crush the Cravers completely. Fingers crossed, man. See you guys next time.